Hello and welcome back to Dutch Modeling with another inbox review. The start of a build review. Should be able again to see about there the work progress of mine. First of all, again, I want to start to thanking Amorama, Kit Work, and Steven International for providing this kit. And I also want to do a special thanks to Liam Craven for becoming my very first patron. So thank you, Liam, for doing that. And then now we're going to continue with the Trumpeter review of the ATT Artillery Prime Mover, the Soviet Artillery Prime Mover. It's a pretty new kit. It's about the very used to box art of Trumpeter. There's one thing only. You don't get this. Or this, but that's not. But it's a flatbed. It's without the tarp. If you want the tarp, you have to make it yourself. I checked in the box. That's the only thing I have to say so far. So, standard box out of the nice drawing type of trumpeters. On this side, a little bit of information. Except also that this vehicle is the base of the BAT-M, the BT-M3, and the MDK M2, which are, you can see here, it says down there, are available from, I mean the Panzer shop, but I'm not 100% certain, are resin conversion sets. Not cheap, but they do look beautiful. On this side you got again the box art and the number, the kit number there being 09501. On this side you got an overview of the front and the back. Here you can also see it's only a flat bed, some VE and some decals. And again here you can see the sides, there's no tarpy thingy. Copyright 2016 kit, so let's see, nice and sturdy boxes by Trumpeter always, so that's always a good thing. Get everything out. And let's start with the paperwork. As usual, they have a overview of what's coming between February 2017 and April 2017, which is this kit, the German aircraft carrier Graf Zeppelin. Never knew Germany had an aircraft carrier, to be honest. A T-62, Iraqi Army, Russian flanker, Bolt and Pole Defiant. And here on the back it's the new variant of the Soviet ISU 152K armored self-propelled gun. And that's a beast. So those things are coming, or well, they are there now. Next up we got some of Master Tools, their tool brand. Some display cases on this side. And on this side we got a electric sander, electric cutter, and electric grinder. All from Master Tools. Then we have the colored sheet. They are mostly call out Mr. Hobby, Vallejo, Model Master, Tamiya and Humbrol. You can convert it in every color you want, but it's Russian green and that's it mainly. They got some metal black, some wood brown, some tire black, some silver, some white and some red. But yeah, it's for the fire extinguishers and it's mostly green. And there's no camo scheme with it at all, so here we do have the instructions. A little write-up about read before assembly, what it all means, and how you should apply decals. We got a sprue sheet, sprue map, everything is numbered, and they start the instruction with a complete engine build. And as you can see, it's an involved engine. There's a lot of detail to that engine. From that engine we go to the drivetrain and the gearbox and everything. white insignia white. So these are actually the colors. All the colors are called out. I haven't seen them do this before, to be honest. Here's silver, flat black. So they actually call the colors out now while constructing. Step 2 are the wheels. The sprocket wheel and the idler. Construction of the lower hull. Let's see here. Here it's got some blown up parts, so you can see which way is up. It's always cool. Can be sometimes hard to see with the small parts. More work on this lower hull. This is the other side. So bump stops, swing arms, hooks and carries. Here's some little bit PE. Toolboxes. This is the cap on its upside down. The road wheels go on. This is something of the engine. Yeah, they turn it around, so I don't know exactly what it is. I don't know if it says here. There is, they don't say. Right, it comes there. The wheels, some more work on the back. The engine and the drivetrain and everything go in here, as you can see. Other side, the wheels. The bulkhead, or the firewall, piece on the back. Just work on the cap. You got the cap on its head all the time, don't know why. Dashboard goes in. All the dials and everything go in. The bench, couch, bench, sofa, whatever you want to need, chair. And I sat in one of these last year on my holiday, but I do not remember if I've taken pictures from the inside. I will be going back there again, and that was the converted kit, the Bad M, the engineers with a big bulldozer and everything. I will be going back there again and do more detailed pictures of this for the inside, so I can actually see how it looks. If there are reference pictures of the Bad M on my Dutch modeling Facebook page, so if you're interested you can go there. Your steering equipment here. Yeah, it doesn't have a steering wheel. Interior goes in, glass goes in, fire extinguishers go in, the bonnet goes in, or the hood, the lights being disassembled here. The escape hatch, yes, it is the best thing for it. The doors with the padding and everything, the other side. The grille goes on, door go on, and all small stuff goes on here. And that's actually the biggest part of the build, to be honest. You're gonna build up the sides now for the flatbed. You can see here, wood parts go on there. Toolboxes go build it up, being built up here as well. More sides, more wood framing. Then you got the upper hull or the lower plate of the flatbed. Here the parts you just constructed here go on. You can see here, both sides, and flies. Cap goes on, the other side goes on. Tools, toolbox. More work on the outside here. Another toolbox. Lights, extra lights. All small stuff goes on here. You can see. And then tracks. Complete track for one side require 90 links. I'll let you know that. And then the upper and the lower hull come together. Mud guards go on last. And the only thing left is tow cable. So, instructions. As you see, the cab and the engine take most of the work. So, and the shame thing is, if you can see here, you got a one-piece bonnet. So even though you got an entire engine, unless you're gonna cut this open, you won't be able to see it. And that's Yeah, that's kind of a shame. But well, nothing to do about that. Let's go over the sprues now. This is the engine sprue. Where most of the engine parts are. Guessing there are more parts. Eventually. Get my little helper here. 1 second. I forgot to prepare this. Yes, I am. I know. Yeah, that's the wrong one. Ah, where are you? Losing stuff. Well, that's good. Sorry for this, guys. There it is. I have too much shit lying around here. I know. Engine parts. I could tell you what it all is, but I don't know. I don't know that detailed into engine. All the detail is on one side, so I don't have to flip it around. You can see all kinds of detail. The bucket wheels are very nicely done. That's very nicely done. I know a couple of things, but I wouldn't know the English names to them, sorry. Fire extinguisher is there. All the lovely detail there. And that's why I said there's an engine, complete. But you have to cut open the bonnet to see it. Yeah, I'm kind of finding that stupid, to be honest. Yeah, it's not a lot, but I'm still going to show you. It's the upper hole. It's really nothing really, but you can just see. I hope the camera picks it up. Yeah, there it is. The surface texture. That's actually all there is to see. So that was a quick one. Let's do the cap next. This is the cap. It's not too big. And there's some very nice lines where the panels were joined. The plastic isn't smooth. It's not really textured either. I haven't seen this before, but I really like the effect. Hope the camera picks this up because it's really faint. There you can see the lines where the panels were joined. And you can see that it's not smooth and shiny as you used to, but on top, there it is a little bit. You can see in the light there, just there. There is. And this just looks great. I wonder how this will end up if you paint it. If it will get lost, if you will lose that texture, or that it kind of shapes the paint. Would be cool. It just looks like very old weathered paint layer to me. The lower hole looks very good. Weld seams, very irregular. That's good. And the texture on the back here. And there's not a lot to see. There you see the weld seams. This is better. I'm losing a little bit of daylight here, so I'm afraid the lights I got here are too bright. It'll just white out everything, so I'm gonna try it this way. So this is the lower hole. Again, not very spectacular, but you won't see anything of this once you've done, because you got those wheels and the tracks, single links. Not everybody's favorite, I know, but hey. It even says AT&T, but this is a T70, T72, T64, T62. I'm not entirely sure. I'm gonna check because I don't want to. Yeah. This is a T54 chassis, so you could use T54 tracks as well. Should be able to. There are the tracks. On one side, and turn them around to the other side. So only where the screw connector are is clean up. There are no ejector pin marks, so that's a good thing. And you got only 3 screws of these, so that's not too bad either. The tires for the wheels. No detail on the surface here, but there is on the sides with some text on there, and I'm gonna use the camera to read that because I can't. And that's not because my eyes are shit, but because it's very, there you can see it. It's so small, but now you can actually read it. That's cool. There. So that looking cool. And that's on both sides, so you got those. Just a little bit extra. And let's see, do we have... Yeah, let's do this one. These are parts for the flatbed. The wooden railings with some very nice wood grain on both sides, so that's a good thing. And then some general stuff just for the escape hatch on the top. This is the only really thing those two would do. The rest is all fill-ups, mud guards. Especially the wood is something nice to see. I hope you can see it. I think you will be able to see this. There is another one, and this is all just plain plastic. Where is the? Oh, there it is. Sorry. This is the. Oh, I forgot to turn that off. The escape hatch with no interior detail. Well, that's bad. That's too bad. Here's some extra wood inserts. You can see the wood grain on these ones very good, and the other one is almost the same as this. So you can. And there's the inside of the hatch. So you really want to close that. See, the wood grain on those is pretty good. Put those back in then. These are parts for the cab, the engine cowling. Yeah, and you really would need to cut this open because there are no lines on the inside. But there will be. That's a big shame. That's a big negative. Sorry. Why build an entire engine if you can't even see it after you build it? So this is the grille, completely flash free. The inside of the cab, the dash, the doors, the padding of the doors. This looks good though. I don't get this. I really think this is not a smart move of them. Made it 3 parts, whatever, but not like this. This is just plain stupid. Because it will be a shit job to cut that open directly on the where the hinges are. That will be a hell of a job. I'll show you. As you can see, the hinges are pretty nicely molded. Well, See, there it is, but on the inside there's nothing. But it won't make it any easier. The inside of the, this is the grille, which looks good. And this is the inside of the cab with the floor texture. And the doors here with the padding of the doors. It looks all good. There's the seats for the seat, but there's no texture whatsoever on this one. The bench here, there's also no leather texture or whatever. That's a shame. But to be honest, I don't remember them being leather. I'll be going there on holiday this year again, so I don't think I will build it that fast. So I will be going there for more information and detailed pictures. This is a dual sprue. This is the first time we have today. And there's something protected down here. And those are the antennas. And all the small bits here. And all the small bits here. And this is what I like. Trumpeter doing this. Put one away. Let's see, we've got fire extinguishers, road wheels, idler, sprocket, swing arms, all small stuff, tools, clamps. I don't know what that is. Looks like the engine, a part of the engine still. Bump stops. They're still part of the engine. Wheels look good. Yeah, flash free everything. Nice sharp texturing. Molding, sorry. Yeah. This all looks very good. See for yourself. And the wheels. Small stuff down here. Tow cable hooks, eyes, hooks, engine parts, bump stops, tools, and the small stuff up there or down there for you. See the wheels on the other side. Some detail there. See here in the sprocket. And the idler there. Nice and sharp, as you can see. So you got two of these. Let's put them back the way they're supposed to be. Put the protective sleeve around it again. If I can do that, that'd be cool. Yay! It works. And that's down to, yep, the towing cable, which is brass wire. You see down here, and a little bit of photo edge, which is, in my opinion, is more than enough. See, Trumpeter, pretty decent photo edge, not too much. And on this side, the brass wire cable for the towing cable. And then we have Trumpeter's own. I think they're Trumpeter's own. I never heard anybody say otherwise or read it otherwise. Yep. So let's see if I can. There's a lot of text on these tackles, but A, there's in Russian, which I cannot read, and B, it's way too small, so I cannot read it. So, I don't know if it would even be readable, but these look pretty good. You got some there, some anchors. and the Russian flag. So that's cool. And I think that's it. Yeah, pretty much looks like it. So I'm gonna put this back. And always battle with your box. In this case, the ATT Atari Prime Mover box, which does like a very good, looks like a very good model. Can't say much about the fit, of course, because it's not been built yet. Being Trumpeter, I do not really think that it will be a bad fit. Being Trumpeter is most of the time a good fit, but they have exceptions. There are 2 points that I'm less than happy about. First of all, is the engine hood or bonnet or whatever you want to call it. You can see on the picture it's foldable in 2 places. They have a complete engine, detailed engine under here. Why not make this so that you can open it, make it in, mold it in 2 or 3 parts? It's just stupid. And this. Why would you depict it on your box art and not deliver it with your model? It's not very logical to me. But probably not too hard to make it yourself if you really want it, so whatever you like. And well, part 3. This made me go out and I had to buy a Atari piece because just reasons. You have to have a Atari piece behind this part. So all in all, looks like a very nice build. I'm looking forward to building it. And like I said, at the end of this, when those 2 parts here is over, I will continue with the final thought after building it. So you will know what it was like building in about 2 seconds. So have fun and hope to see you soon. Bye bye. So after just watching the review, now having the view how I built the entire AT&T. This is the almost finished product. There are a couple of things I haven't done yet, especially the windows I kept out, the window wipers I didn't put on yet because they break off too easily and you need to be able to get behind them to put on the glass, and because of painting I didn't put them in as well. And in the doors you got the armored panels. You got them here. These I didn't put them in as well, same reason, because of the painting and everything. The doors are still able to take them off quite easily, as you can see, even with detail and everything. So that's not a problem. The kit itself, it goes together brilliantly. There aren't really fit issues. There are a couple of things you do need to keep your head around. And one of the biggest is, and this is still detachable, the top side, as you can see. See, I didn't do the entire tracks. Well, before this, and this is still not glued in. So you can see it's multi-purpose. I got some loose parts here as well. And here the seats for the cap. And the cap is one of the points that this kind of is really think before you do. To start, the doors are removable still and you can still open them, so that's not a problem for painting wise and everything. But you got an entire interior, as you can see in there. Now the thing is, and it was my plan at first, to keep it off, keep the interior out, paint it and then put it in. I've been struggling, and this is literally, if you see the color, yeah, there. It's literally my blood. because I want to get it in again. The second you glue your cap down to the flatbed, you need to have the interior in. If you do not have the interior in, it's almost impossible to get it back in. And well, this is what I got up to. Just the plastic is cutting in my flesh, because it's just this, the opening is too narrow for the inside. So if you want, and I should have tested this before I glued the cap down, of course. I know it's it's also my mistake, but don't glue this one down before you've painted and everything, and painted and detailed and weathered your interior. Do that first, do the entire cap interior, paint it and everything, then put it down, then glue it, and then mask it off, and then do the outside. If you make the same mistake I did, gluing the cap down, just follow the instruction and thinking, I'll keep the exterior outside, and I paint it and do everything, and I just put it back in, no, won't work, you'll destroy it. I actually had to, and I did that off camera because I was pissed, all the elements for steering and everything, I had to glue them back in because they just broke off. Just because it will not fit in afterwards. So that's something you really need to take care of. Either put it in and paint it afterwards, but I now have to do, just hope the airbrush gets everything, and then with a very fine brush, do it by hand everything, or make sure you have it completely done, then put it in and then glue the cap down. Which can make us to a second step, and that's why I didn't glue this down. You got here an entire engine, and again it looks good, it's still one part, and it fits good, and there's no problem, and it's nice. This isn't the way it's supposed to be. I had to scratch this open just by using I used a dental hook from a dentist, and a knife and lighting and everything just to get it thin enough so I can bend it open. These sides are separately, so you can glue them on as well. But to get it like this, the way I did it, the way I actually saw one, I touched one with my hands, so I know how they open. To open it like this, you have to thin this out, this part of the plastic, the styrene, so you can bend it. And be careful, you don't want to break it off, of course. Because if you don't do it, you don't have to build this, because you won't be able to see it. It fits just over, and I have to be careful again, because that's another point. And it's not completely on its spot. I also still didn't put on the arch tow cable, so that's also still missing. Because now, if you got it like this, you can see the engine and transmission. If you do it like the instruction wanted, it's closed up. You can't see anything, and you can't see it from underneath. You can't see it from the side. It's just not visible at all. So, yeah, why put it in there? So again, really read the instructions before you do it. You see here I did a small part of the tracks just to see if it fit around the sprocket wheel. That's not a problem. You can just take it off again, so it rolls and it still fits. So I didn't do a complete round yet. I will come there, but I just do the sag in and see if it fits alright, and that it should be able to, because it done it a second ago. Go on the side. See, it's, come on. Now it's just screwing with me. It fits. It fitted the entire time, so it fits now as well. And then I kept these off for painting and weathering purposes. This is the passenger seat and the driver's seat. And then you see in the instructions as well, it's the mud flaps on the front and on the back. As you can see, I only got it on one part. Again, you cannot glue the other side on. Or you can try it, but you won't be able to stick it on again. So that's also something you really need to be careful with. One side you can, and I'm guessing it would be best not to do it at all, but then again the weathering gets kind of hard, unless you want to wait, or you really want to do the inside completely, then glue everything in, and then do the outside again. But then again, these you can only glue on, all 4, 2 each are possible, 4 you will not get the flatbed on the chassis. So again, dry fit and test fit. I made a mistake with the interior, putting it in already. It fits perfectly, that's no problem. But it only fits once, and it's before the cap's glued down on the flatbed. Otherwise, it's a brilliant little kit. It comes together very quickly. There are no fit issues, and I see no flash, no burring. The headlights are a little bit troublesome, but that's more the fitliness and my thick fingers. So that's not really their problem. Like I said, I kept the glass, the clear parts, all off because of the painting process. I'm still going to do the window wipers as well. They're supposed there and there. Again, I cannot do them, really cannot do them before I put the glass in, and it needs a couple of steps. And I didn't put on the tote cable that goes here, because it goes from here down to there. So you cannot really put them on now, because you cannot, if you do, you cannot get it off again. So read the instructions, but don't do everything they say. Read through them, fit, test fit, make up your mind what you want to do with it, and then there's no problem with it. Otherwise, like I said, you can see the fit, and there's no problem. A little bit of photo edge. Again here, along the bonnet. And you can see, yeah, there are gaps, but they're supposed to be there because this is all workable. This should be removable and everything, so it's not welded together, so there is a little bit of a gap, and it is Russian, so they're not the most sophisticated and best looking vehicles they are. They are rough, there are gaps, so that's not a problem. The doors, you can open them if you want, display them open. There's interior here. There will be a clear part in here, and you got these photo edge armored parts that go on the outside still. So I have to put them in. Didn't do it because of the weathering. And the engine with the transmission parts. It's all, you can super detail it if you want, but it's not really necessary because it just looks very nice. It goes together very easily. Instructions are very clear on this as well. And I don't think I actually have anything left in the instructions I need to tell you to worry about. Let me see, I got the instruction. Where did I leave them? Well, I left them here. Go through the instructions pretty quickly. I don't think I wrote a lot in here because there isn't a lot to write. No, this is all no problem. This is all easy. This goes in here. Yeah, and again, no problem here at all. You've got some painting here to do on the inside as well, so you don't want to put them. Here's the parts. I want to cut it out. I glued this in easily, fast. Well, I can put the decals in later, just using a tweezers, no problem. Oops. Here's the rest you have to do for the interior. And then here they say glue it in. Wait. Just make sure you got it all painted. Like again, and I keep repeating myself, but paint it up, weather it up, whatever you want to do with it, and then put it back in. The roof hatch here. It's not. There's no interior on the inside, so it's no use trying to make it open. I circled these because I have to put them on still. So and here you can see glass goes in on the inside, the metal parts go in on the outside. All the glass, as you can see here, goes in from the outside, so that makes it easier putting it in later. And here it is. Here you can see again, they glue it down. Just only do it when you're done with your interior. And that's really it. And you can see as well, they do it as well. They first match up the lower with the upper hole, and then they put in the mud flaps. I tried it to do the mud flaps and then marry them. It won't work. And then here at very last is the tow cable, which I still need to do because they are not together. So it's that easy. So all in all, except for my little fuck up of myself. Let's see if I can put it all together nicely now. It does really line up really nicely if it wants to. See, there's almost no, now it's lined up and there's almost no seam there. As well on the back. Yes, here there is a seam, but there's supposed to be a seam because this opens, but that's all. On the sides there's almost nothing. And then again, this is the reason why and I'm guessing most, I opened the engine hood so you can see in and see your work you done underneath. And that's really it. So yeah, it's high points for me. It's a really nice kit to build. It's an interesting subject. There are a lot of things you can do with this. I myself have a very large Russian artillery piece coming in from Trumpeter as well, which will be towed by this. You can do it into the bad M with an engineering vehicle with a big ass blade on the front and the crane on the back, or you got the one with the big antenna on the back. There are a lot of. This is the base for a lot of Russian vehicles, and there's a lot of aftermarket for this. So either you build it like a prime mover, like I did, and there's gonna be a piece on behind this, or you're gonna do the engineering vehicle or the long view radar vehicle. There's a lot of stuff you can do with this kit. So yeah, high points for me. I really do say, get it. It's a good kit. It's a good kit, and it has a lot of options. So that's what I think of it. Hope you enjoyed this, and hope to see you soon. Bye bye.